Hey, welcome to Keight Krafts. I'm Keight. Today I would like to share with you the first episode of my birthday card series, featuring Lawn Fawn's Yappy Birthday set. Let's get started. Off camera, I have gone ahead and cut out my rectangles here with the outside in stitched rectangle die, and now I'm just taking the Grassy Boarder die to create some grass on the pesto speckled Spiffy Speckle cardstock. So I've got this little extra piece here that I thought I could utilize, but then I decided to put it off to the side and maybe play with it a little later. So here I'm just checking to see how I like those two together. And then I'm going to go ahead and we are going to put some Mowed Lawn around the edges to give it a little bit of interest. Now, I thought I could go all out with this and do some speckling and stuff like that and splatter, but we're going to try a new technique today. So here I've got the Cloudy Stencil Cloudy Stencil, and I'm just making some clouds on the Robin's Egg Spiffy Speckle paper with some Salty Ocean. So this stencil is pretty cool because it's got the 4 different sides of clouds that you can kind of mix and match with what you're doing. So all I'm doing here is creating some dark spots and some light spots just to give the illusion of clouds, and then I'll bring in that Salty Ocean around the edges just to kind of tie everything together. Now, I don't have to go all the way down to the bottom because the bottom will be covered up by the grass, but I just wanted to make sure that I had it down far enough that if it did pop out, that it wasn't going to be an eyesore, if you know what I mean. So here we have the clouds, and we're going to try this new technique that I had seen on my friend Liz's channel. What she did was she used some ink, not the Oxide ink, but the regular ink. I don't know if it was Lawn Fawn or Distress ink. I can't remember. But she went ahead and used a white gel pen just to line the clouds, and I thought that was neat. I think she said she saw that on Pinterest. I can't remember. It was probably about a week ago that I seen her video on this, and I just had to try it. So I'll make sure to leave the link to the video that I saw this in on Liz's channel. Her channel is called Let's Get Lizicle. That's where I found the video, and I don't know, I think it looked really neat overall. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll make sure to leave her video in the description box below. So all I've done here is just very gently line the clouds at the bottom of the blue, and I didn't find that I had any issues with the pen clogging up or anything like that with the pigmenting, so I don't know, I thought it was quite neat, and I like how that turned out. So next up, we have got this, I think it's Perfectly Plaid. I'm not sure which collection it comes from, as I think it was discontinued on the Lawn Fawn website. And because I am being stingy, I'm going to cut out the center of that, and I'm going to save that piece for another card because I think this is the last piece that I have of it, and I'm pretty sure it came in a 6x6 cut down from a 12x12 that was given to me in a Lawn Fawn package. You know, how they give you the freebies and all. That's where I think that came from. So I'm just taking my Tombow mono glue here and going over the base that I have cut out with the outside in stitched rectangle, and this is going to help me line everything up. So I've gone ahead and put my clouds down. I'm going to put a brick on it and let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use that Tombow mono glue again, and we're going to glue on the grass. Now, I could have used the Lawn Fawn glue that I have, but I find that this Tombow mono glue takes a little bit longer to dry. So I have a little bit more time of a wiggle room, I guess. I don't know. I was thinking of using it because eventually I might want to put some stuff tucked behind the grass. I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted to lay this out. So I was just kind of winging it at this point, and this is what we've come up with. So I've got the balloons here, and now I've colored everything off screen, and I'll make sure to leave all the Copic colors that I have used in the description box below. And yeah, I decided to take the coloring out today because this video was already long. So once I've got that down, then I will go ahead and glue down the little doghouse, which is neat. So I should probably take a moment to just kind of give you a heads up on what this whole birthday card series is all about. Well, when I was going through the footage of the cards that I had made in the last little while, I realized that a good chunk of them were birthday cards. Because June is kind of a busy month when it comes to birthdays, and going into July, and I had accumulated quite a few birthday card videos. How many I'm going to actually put on? Maybe about 4 or 5, I'm going to say. Maybe more, we'll see. But I thought, since I had so many birthday card videos, because I just video whatever I end up making, and whether or not I keep it, sometimes I don't keep a lot of the videos that I record, and I just X them out and move on to the next project. But because most of them that I'd had were pretty cohesive with being able to edit, I decided to take the opportunity to maybe just do a series of birthday cards. I mean, I know July everybody's making Christmas cards, but maybe I would, do one different and do an entire series on birthday cards. So I'm going to say that this is going to be a 5-part series, and I'm hoping to get them all done and squeezed in for the month of July. Now, I do have a couple of other Christmassy projects coming up mid to late in the month, and you'll have to stay tuned for that because that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so it'll be broken up a little bit with the birthday cards, so you won't get them all at once, but I'm thinking the next few weeks you'll see a couple more birthday cards from me, so stay tuned for that. And if you don't like birthday cards, well, I'm sorry. Maybe you can come back next month when I'm not making so many. At least I hope I won't be making so many. But anyway, so all I'm doing here is just tucking little bits and pieces in. I colored quite a few pieces of images from this set, and I don't end up using them all. I end up using them for like another card, and it was just a lot of fun because I got this set in the mail. I had ordered it from Hollow Tree Hobbies, and then I got it like the following Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. But I had already had a market, and I had another market coming up the following weekend, and I was just so busy that I didn't have time to really play with anything. And, all of a sudden a week's gone by, and it's like, I really need to do something with this set. So what I ended up doing was I ended up playing Legend of Zelda. So I took a night off of card making and marketing and fretting about that kind of stuff, and I played Zelda. And when I had had my fill of Zelda the following day, I decided I'm going to make myself a Yappy Birthday card using the Yappy Birthday set. And this is what we have here. Now, coloring the dogs wasn't very much my strong suit, and I kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, I'm more inclined to color cats because I'm more of a kitty cat person, even though I do like dogs. I do like other people's dogs. I love animals. I get along with animals. And I just, it's important to me that every single cat that I come across in life has to be my friend, regardless if they want to or not. I don't know, are you a dog person, a cat person, an in-between person? Do you love dogs and cats but can't have them? I know I do have allergies to cats and dogs for that matter, and I just, throw caution to the wind with that because I can't not. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know all about my little sweet and spicy kitty Nova, and how she likes to steal my splatter boxes and just all around just be absolutely adorable. So once I've got everybody glued down here, I'm just going to go back in with my not my jelly roll. This is my Uniball 1.0 White Gel Pen. And I've been enjoying this one. I mean, it's a little bit bigger as far as like the little ink ball that rolls it out. Like the size of the pen drawing is a little bit bigger than, say, like a 0.8, which is what I think a 0.8 is pretty ideal for doing Lawn Fawn images, but I thought, I would switch it up and use this one because it is quite nice to draw with. I mean, the clouds that I did, the ink flow was quite nice, and it was even and consistent. Whereas I think I need to replace my Jelly Roll pens, my white ones, because I've had them for over a year, and I got a lot of use out of them. So I'm assuming that there's still ink in them, but I haven't really used them in a while because I've been using this one. And, with the bigger images, this one's quite nice, but when you're working with a lot of really small images, it's a little harder to get into the little nooks and crannies without completely going over all of your color. But, yeah, I think the little dots and the dashes with the gel pen make everything look that much more cuter. So, as a few of my friends like to say, we are going to risk it all, because I forgot a sentiment. So we're going to take this birthday sentiment from the stamp set, and I'm just going to mask off the area that I don't want to be stamped, because we're not going to use the whole stamp. And this is going to say Happy Woofday, and I think the rest of it said something like to you, but I didn't want the to you, I just wanted the Happy Woofday, because I thought that would fit nicely in with what I had going on here. Now I could have done like a banner and glued on a banner die, cut and stamp, but I don't know. I've done a lot of the banner dies on my cards, and I thought this would be, not as bold, but still efficient enough kind of thing, if that makes sense. I don't know. So here I'm just taking some 1/8 of an inch score tape and going around the inside of the panel that I'd cut here. This, nobody is going to know, except for you and me, that I cut out the center of it, because this pattern paper is quite pretty, and I don't have any of it left, I don't think. So, this is another thing that I based my colors on, was this pattern paper, aside from the purple, because the purple was just extra, but the green and the blue, or the blue and the yellow, yeah, it's blue and the yellow, blue and the green, blue and the green, blue and the green. Yeah, I used the blues and the greens, the yellow greens too, to color these in, and I thought that fit nice, and the purple just gives it a little bit of a pop. So once I've gone ahead and glued that down, I can go ahead and shove that on a card base when I'm ready to. So here I'm just going to add in some of this large width score tape, which I really like this tape. It's great when you need to put a bunch of adhesive on the back and want it to be sturdy. Like, I could put foam tape on the back of this, but I don't want to give it any more dimension because I haven't decided yet where this card is going. I mean, I could probably throw it in a market bin, but I don't know. I really like this, how this card turned out. So once I've added in the tape, I'm going to add in some glue, and we are going to line everybody up onto my card base. So once I'm happy with that, I'll give that a quick mash down. Now off camera, I've gone ahead and stamped out Have a Howling Good Time. Ow! And I'm going to put the little dog there, which I thought was just absolutely cute. I wanted to use all the dogs on the front of my card, but I think if I would have done that, I would have needed a 5x7 instead of the 4 1/4 that I'm used to working on. Now, I never think to do the 5x7s. I mean, I've got a lot of 5x7 envelopes and the little sleeves and such like that, but I don't know what it is. If it's just a lot more real estate to cover, but it's something that I never really consider doing. So, I mean, I wish I could have used all the dogs and put them all into one big happy pile, but I think if I was going to do that, maybe I would take a different approach to the card and maybe do some stamp mask stamping. So, and then doing a 1-layer card that way, but nah, I didn't want to do that this time. So, I've just put the little hat and the dog with the bone, and here's my finished card here, and I think it's really cute. I really like how it turned out. So here you have it, and we are done. That is complete. Here's my card. Yay! So let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and give this video a like. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care!